Carter.
All right, good evening, everyone. I'm going to call this meeting to order. If everyone will please stand for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. All right, welcome everybody to our August meeting. How was the first day of school? I'm gonna look. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Good deal. I think this will be the first time in my 17 years we've ever had first day of school and a board meeting at the same time. So good deal. Yep. Fellow board members, you've had a chance to look at our open session minutes from our July meeting. If there's any changes that need to be made, we can amend those. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve as presented.
Motion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Everybody's had a chance to review our closed session minutes from our July meeting. If there are changes, we'll make those in closed session. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve as presented.
Motion. Second.
Motion and second, all in favor, raise your right hand, and motion carries. Do we have any additions or deletions to our agenda?
No, sir.
Okay, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve as presented.
Motion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor, raise your right hand. All right, motion carries. Matters of the public, we have no public comment tonight. We do have a special presentation tonight. Mr. Terry Garrison with the Pamlico Central Training School Alumni Association doing a presentation on regarding the middle school property. Yep.
Well, good evening, everyone, and especially want to acknowledge the chairman of the Pamlico County Board of Education, Mr. John Prescott, and Mr. Jamie Gibbs, who is vice chair, and other board members, Heather Harrison, Helen Gibbs, Kathy Dunbar, and Jacqueline Jones. I also want to acknowledge the distinguished and outstanding Dr. Jeremy Johnson for leading the Pamlico County Schools. He's done a remarkable job from what I can see from a distance. Again, my name is Terry Garrison. I am a Pamlico Central School alumnus. I graduated in 1967. Certainly I was born and reared in Bayboro, Pamlico County. Actually, I was born and reared on Neals Creek Road, 214 Neals Creek Road, just up the road here. All right, and so I'm delighted to be here with you this afternoon. In addition to being an alumnus, I am a former county commissioner, county commissioner of Vance County, District 32, District 7, I'm sorry, 6. And also, I'm a former member of the North Carolina House of Representatives, District 32, representing Vance, Warren, and Granville counties. So I want to commend each of you for your service, for your public service, and your commitment to our school system here in Pamlico County, and to help our boys and girls grow. I am vested in Pamlico County and invested in Pamlico County. I still maintain my parents' home, my home place, and my grandfather's place, and I pay taxes on other property here in Pamlico County as well. So I am at home. I'm not a visitor per se, although I've been away for quite a while. I consider it to be home. It's always good to come home. There are other alumni here with the Pamlico Central School, Pamlico Training and Pamlico Central School, and I won't ask all of them to stand up, but we have quite a few who are here tonight, and we want to acknowledge their presence to be here in support of the Pamlico Training School and Central School alumni. I want to also commend this board for being so visionary with centralizing all of the public schools here in Pamlico County in one location, one high ground location, I presume. And that is great, and certainly this great latest project that you embarked upon, building a new school to accommodate grades 6 through 12, some $60 million plus. So I commend you on that, and I certainly commend you for seeking state funds from the state, and I appreciate that being accommodating with your request in that regard. I do also want to point out that in terms of my participation, help you're doing that, all of the land on which from Anderson Creek Corner to, along Neals Creek Road all the way to Bay River was my land that I parted with, screaming and yelling, that's not true, to the Pamlico County Schools, but I was very delighted to do that and did it so at less than market value and years ago, and I also took part of the purchase price as a gift, a tax-deductible gift, to show my generosity and interest in trying to help the schools. So I want to let you know that I am committed to what you are doing. My purpose for addressing the school board this evening is to provide the members and the administration with information about the Pamlico County Training and Pamlico Central School Alumni Association, Incorporated, and its interest in use of the Pamlico Middle School property after its closure in 2026. The history of Pamlico County Training School extends to 1914, when established as a teacher training and industrial institute for colored children in Stonewall. The school building was a two-story wood structure. There were other schools for colored children established in Pamlico County during the Jim Crow era, which were eventually merged with Pamlico Training School. A new school building was constructed soon after a successful racial discrimination lawsuit by parents of colored children in 1951. The new consolidated Pamlico Central School, the name of the school was changed to Pamlico Central School in the early 1960s. Public school desegregation facilitated a name change and use to Pamlico Middle School in 1969. The first Pamlico County Training School, Pamlico Central School alumni reunion was held in 2007 with over 700 alumni attending. The Pamlico County Board of Commissioners approved a resolution on September 7, 2007, proclaiming September 29th as Pamlico County, Pamlico Training, and Pamlico County Central School Day in Pamlico County. The last PCS alumni reunion was held in 2018, just prior to the pandemic. Some founding members of the PCS alumni reunion gatherings have come together this year in 2025 to formally establish the Pamlico County Training Pamlico Central School Alumni Association, Incorporated, and as a 501c3 organization. The next PCS alumni reunion and Founders Day celebration will be held September the 27th, September 28th, at 2025 at the Pamlico County Middle School. Several hundred alumni and friends are expected to attend this event. The highlights of the reunion will be reconnecting with alumni, touring the campus of the buildings, and I want to thank Dr. Jeremy Johnson for giving several of us a tour of the campus in early January this year. I want to, and especially want to commend him and his staff for the outstanding job that they have done at maintaining the school since 1970, I suppose, 69, 70, and in the midst of various types of challenges you've had, including weather. So also we will have a luncheon and also a business meeting where we will be addressing disposition of the campus in 2026 and the potential use by alumni after the school closure. The mission of the Pamlico County Training Pamlico Central School Incorporated is to preserve the rich history and legacy of Pamlico County Training School and Pamlico Central School, plus foster community, educational, and economic development for citizens of Pamlico County. We envision a united front to preserve this rich history and legacy, plus foster community, educational, and economic development for citizens of Pamlico County. This united front, we envision to be also to include public and private sources and friends to repurpose the campus for cultural, educational, recreational, community development, and workforce development purposes. Planning, organizing, and fundraising efforts are underway toward this goal. The buildings and grounds and brick and mortar actually mean more to the PCTS and PCS alumni than just those structures. It has deep-rooted meaning for our alumni. The campus represents the major means that Black disenfranchised public school students had to obtain an opportunity to become knowledgeable and trained with skills to become productive and contributing members of society. The Pamlico Central School, Pamlico Training School alumni respectfully ask the Pamlico County School Board to be considerate of the plight, accomplishments, and mission of the organization as we desire to acquire and maintain its former campus in full or in part. And we're very, very hopeful that we're going to be able to partner with other organizations, particular one in particular, as in the foreseeable future. Therefore, we ask for a first right of refusal regarding the disposition of the property in this regard. I'll be happy to answer any questions that any of you may have. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garrison. Let's see. Write this before I forget it. All right, with that, we're going to move on now to our superintendent's report. Dr. Johnson.
All right, thank you, sir. It's been a busy day. I want to first congratulate our principals on a successful first day of school. Like Mr. Prescott said, don't recall ever having a board meeting on the first day of school. We may be the only school system in the history of school systems to do this, but here we are nonetheless. And but it's good to gather together and still be smiling that at the end of the day, we had a very successful first day, and I want to congratulate them. That didn't just happen by accident. It was the result of a lot of hard work. And again, I want to congratulate our principals and thank them publicly for the work that they did over the past several months, but particularly over the past few weeks as we prepared. You know, if you think back to what we did before, since our last meeting, we've had a topping out ceremony at the high school. Our leadership team got together for a leadership retreat for a couple of days and really focused on some goals and some professional development. We had a welcome back convocation on August 18th where we celebrated our new staff. We celebrated our vision and our announced our vision and goals for the year. We also recognized our teachers of the year. Just to say again, Christopher Gray, Dawn Wilson, Megan Brooks, and Jessica Nunley are our teachers of the year for their respective schools, and Mr. Chris Gray was announced as District Teacher of the Year, and we're really excited for him as he moves forward in the Teacher of the Year competition as he moves on to the regional level. We had a lot of positive feedback from our principals, what I've heard about our format of our work days this year. We want to, I just want to share that with you. They really liked the way the calendar was done. There was enough time. Time is always fleeting, seems like first days of school as you're getting prepared, and it really took a lot of stress off. So thank you for approving a calendar that really worked well for our teachers and schools this year, which really made the what were well-attended open houses very successful this past week. So we've really hit the ground running this morning. We're looking forward to a great school year. And so I just want to thank everybody that played a part in that. As is our tradition, I'm going to ask Mr. Rice to come forward now and give us a quick update on our construction process, both with our new school and the baseball field.
Yes. Thank you. So I've got start out with our same couple slides at the beginning, and I got some pictures to show you guys, and some positive things on the baseball field. So as we know, October 18th, we got our notice to proceed. In November, we began construction, which I was figuring out when I was looking over this, that's almost 2 months from now. So it's not even been a year yet. We've made quite a bit of progress on this. And in 10 months from now, it should be complete. That's even a bigger hurdle. And then we'll start demolishing the high school 2 or 3 weeks after that, after we've had time to clear some stuff out. And hopefully we can occupy on August 19th. I take that. We're going to occupy on August 19th. Stand in front of some of y'all. What's going on now? What's upcoming? The exterior waterproofing, they're going to be putting stuff on the outside before they add the spray foam for insulation before they put the brick on. Metal panel framing on the exterior. You can see some of that on the front side. The ductwork is almost finished, and the framing in section 2 is almost complete. I'll talk about the inside of the wall, framing of the walls. And decking for the gym, that's the roof, the first layer of roofing over the gym. And I'll talk about the big gym. The rest of this side is almost complete. I'll show you that in a minute. And the geo wells are almost done. And fire sprinkler system, they started that last week, and it's almost complete. Probably another week or so, they'll be finished putting the sprinkler system in. I think last time I showed you where we abated the asbestos in the old part of the high school and the ugly floors. I think the day after our meeting last week, Dr. Johnson and myself and Ms. Dixon and Ms. Lanchey and Mr. Spees and Ms. Robinson, and I know I'm missing somebody, I apologize, but we painted, oh, Ms. Harwood, and Denise right beside her, so thank you. So we painted, and they look much better for open house and for the start of school. I know it's not exactly what Ms. Lanchey wanted, but it's better than that.
Much better than what it could have been.
I thought it looked all right like that for a year, but they didn't want to do it. So anyway, that's that. Now, this is Procore. I haven't shown you this yet, but this is where the construction company keeps all their information, their pictures, and their submittals and change orders and all that good stuff. So I can come in here, and I can click here, and I can go down to our drawings. That's where I'm going to start at. And the metal decking that I talked about a minute ago. This is the eastern end of the building. The football field is down here to give you a perspective of where we're at. Right now where we're at is back here. Highway 55 is down here. So this is the big gym. This is the middle school gym. All the places that's colored have metal decking roofing over there. So they're drying out now. That's a good thing. And the high school gym has some on it. He hopes to finish that this week or early part of next week. And this whole area right here will be covered, which is exciting. The next one, the GOLs. Here's the building again right here, sitting the same way I just told you about, and the colored spots are where all the GOLs are. Let me blow it up just a hair. So the ones where you see colors, those are complete. These circles right here are the ones that they are still working on, and they are tying into the manifolds in here, here, and then they will go into the building probably in the next couple weeks. All of that's underground. You won't see that anymore. And once they get that completed, they will grade this area out, which is the area out here behind the school, and there'll be a little change then. The stuff that's laid down in this yard over here will begin laying the stuff down over there for the interior. One, it'll be closer, but two, there's gonna be a lot more people on site. They're gonna need this for additional parking. So that's where we are with that. Now, there's a few pictures I'll show you. I'm gonna click through some of them kind of quick, but I'll stop every now and then. You could probably tell a little different from when y'all went in when we had the topping out ceremony. There's a lot more going on here. Sorry. Here's a stairwell that's being built right here. The black pipe is the sprinkler system. Some more of that. This is your cafeteria area. It's all covered now. It wasn't covered when we went in before. This is your main hall or main open area. The entrance to the school is down here. The entrance to the gym is over here. The entrance to the classroom area is here. This is all the open area where your cafeteria seating and all that is. Again, it wasn't covered when we went in. This is the hallway between the high school gym and the middle school gym entrance is down here. This is the main office area. Principal's office is down here somewhere, high school and middle school. This is awning reaching out over some steel out on top of that. This picture, you can see some of the ductwork that they've already put up in here, some of the copper tubing for water and whatnot. Some more of the ductwork. There's a swimming pool. Some more of that piping, ductwork. There's a lot going on. They take pictures of everything when they rained out. They take pictures of the radar and show that why they shut down. I think that's about it there. Since y'all been there. This is a bathroom area. You can see places where they can hang different fixtures and stuff, or where they will hang them. That's a large bathroom. This is the back side of it. Anyway, that's about where we are with the new school. To the baseball field, the question was about the lights, when they're gonna have lights. Well, they are almost up. They're about halfway up now. They've put the 6 poles, or the bottom section of the pole has been put in the ground and cemented. I think tomorrow they will put the second section on there in 3 pieces. They'll put the second section on tomorrow, and they hope to have it all done and tested by Thursday evening. So that's where we are with it. Any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Rice. And I would just want to say, Mr. Rice works diligently on this all the time. He has done a fantastic job. And when you retire, you get a job being either a sportscaster or a weatherman, because I'm thoroughly impressed the way you maneuvering on that big board. That was really good. So good job, Henry. And board members, I put in the superintendent's report. There's an attachment in there under superintendent updates, just for your information. I tried to consolidate a lot of our calendar dates. You can see there's a ton of athletic events happening right now between volleyball, soccer, cross-country, and football. Middle school athletics is getting really started up this month too, so you can see that. There's a county commissioner meeting on September 15th that I'm going to attend. And then the only other date I want to bring to your attention is September 26th, when State Superintendent of Public Instruction Mo Green will be visiting Pamlico County Schools. He'll be here 8:30 in the morning, so hope some of you will be able to join us, and certainly you'll get more information about that as that date approaches. And with that, that is the superintendent report. Mr. Prescott, it's time for any board member time.
I had the opportunity to be in all 4 schools this morning, and I could just talk for the next 20 minutes on all the wonderful things that I saw, but I'll keep it brief. The energy was electric. The smiles were contagious. What we do here, what you guys do here is just, we are just so blessed, and we are doing great things. And I don't know, I just love everything y'all do. I'm so thankful for everything you're doing, and today was a great day, and I'm sorry if I came right in and crowded your space, but I couldn't keep myself from doing it, and I'm glad I did. And I think I've said this on repeat to the 4 of you already, but I'll just say it again. If we could bottle the first day of school excitement and just sprinkle it through the year, it would be something, it would be awesome. But today was great, and thank you so much.
I would just like to say I'm happy to see all the smiles tonight. That's a good sign, and I wanted to say that I wish all of you a wonderful school year. I think it's going to be, because with the group that we have, it has to be a wonderful year. But I went to all of the open houses, and the schools look great. I made the comment that the middle school, the elementary school, and the high school, even though they're very old buildings and we're trying to get out of them, they look fabulous. You know, you do a great job of fixing them up and really cleaning them up. In the high school, I was so impressed. The floor looked great. But the most impressive thing, everybody had smiles on their faces at all 4 schools with the open houses, parents, students, and the teachers as well. So it's always an exciting time. I felt so excited when I left each one of them. So thanks to everything that you do. Like Jacqueline said, it's so amazing to have you, and I feel fortunate that we have all of you. Thank you.
And I should have mentioned, sorry, Elizabeth, that video you made last night, that was you talking in the background, right? I was like, I know this voice, and I finally pegged it.
Well, I was going to ask who wrote and who read, because that was very good.
It was so
It was
great.
outstanding.
It was awesome. I need to come up with another word, awesome, but it really describes it, so thank you.
I like the video at the Welcome Back celebration, too. That was nice.
Yes, it was.
About the bus drivers.
Anybody on this end?
I also had the opportunity to go to all the schools this morning, and I just want to thank all of our principals, new and previous, for all of your hard work and for making the first day for all of these students and parents a welcoming experience. There were lots of smiles, and even though sometimes it can be hard to transition from being at home to going to school and then going up to a new school, you all made it a very wonderful experience, and all the admin staff as well that were there supporting all the students and parents, so thank you all.
Well, I wasn't there and physically there, but I watched it on Facebook, and just to see all the smiling faces, all the pictures, thank you for posting. And I was telling them when I came in that I wanted to see them at the end of the day, if they were still smiling. It was just wonderful to see them being happy for the first day. And again, it goes without saying, thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do. And I know we're going to have another successful year. You appreciate it.
You good? Tammy, you good? Yep. All right. Well, you asked about, if y'all didn't see that, 'twas the night before school. That was very good. Y'all need to go watch that. It's very good. And you wrote it and read it. Outstanding. That was good. All right, a lot of good things happening, and there'll be a lot to discuss on our September meeting, just things will get better. Keep your eye on the new school, because it's changing fast. That's awesome as well, so. Moving on to our consent agenda, we got 2 items. If we need to discuss any of those, we'll have to pull them out individually and discuss. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve as presented.
Motion. Second.
Motion and second, all in favor, raise your right hand, and motion carries. All right. Moving on, we don't have any instructions, so we're gonna move on to finance. Ms. Altman.
Good evening. I only have one item for you tonight. It is a fiscal year 2025 budget amendment number 23 for federal grant funds. If you recall, we had extended the time to be able to do these additional amendments to clean up at year end. And that's basically what this federal budget amendment is doing. It's ensuring that the board's budget matches what DPI reflects as our amounts received and spent for all of our federal funds budgets. So all of this is basically adjusting for each of these different programs to where you see increases in the column that says revenues, and then you see all the different revenues underneath. Those are additional amounts that were received either by additional allocations of funding or carryover funding that needed to be added to the budget to balance to what DPI reflected for the year. And then the bottom half of that, the expenditures, is reflecting where the funds were actually spent, in which areas they were spent. So this is actually bringing our total appropriation in our federal funds budget up to the $1,357,466, which would match what we'd received from DPI for last fiscal year. Can I answer any questions for you about that?
All right, if there's no questions, need a motion to approve as presented.
Motion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor, raise your right hand, motion carries.
All right. This next section of the agenda is for your information. It is basically contracts and purchases I approved over the past several weeks. We had 2 contracts, and they were well under the minimum, or the maximum, I should say, for what I can approve. One was for supplemental landscaping service, just to help our maintenance staff out. We had a couple of young men working 2 days a week, weed eating. The second contract was for a shoreside painting company to paint 4 classrooms at Fred Anderson, the restrooms, and that was some work. And what we want to do as far as, let me back up, the funding source for the landscape service, we had originally tried to hire a part-time maintenance technician to help with landscaping. There was no interest in that. We never got any applicants, but grass keeps growing, and so we were able to take that money and use it to contract to help with the weed eating. As far as the way we're paying for the second, this painting is, we're wanting to use our state repair and renovation funds for that. It's a minimal expense, but it's maximum impact. It was definitely needed over at Fred Anderson in areas where the paint had started to peel. And then lastly, Dixon Heat and Air, this was a purchase, $8,500 for a new outside unit and air handler. This unit was for the central office. we would typically use, and anticipated if any HVAC failures, we would use some of the repair money for that. Unfortunately, you can't use that for a central office position. That's just for schools. And so $8,500, we may end up having to access some fund balance from our capital, and that's what Ms. Altman can explain how that works. But we had that done. The AC unit that serves the back of this building went out at the end of June, and so it was just fixed this past week was when it was installed. Any questions?
I
Just-
do,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Sure.
I do have a question
Yes,
about
ma'am.
the lawn maintenance.
Mhm.
If the funding was used for this contract, does that mean that the groundskeeper position is no longer open?
In part, yeah, we'll probably have to pull that back. Since we hired the fourth member, that vacancy, he's on staff now, and we had, you remember how much was set aside for a part-time position?
I want to say it was around $19,000.
So
because
there
we
may
weren't
be-
looking at them working the whole year. It was a
Yeah.
very part-time, like 20 hours a week kind of thing, just for summer months.
Yeah.
So is that something we'll plan to
We will,
revisit?
yes, ma'am. Yeah, I think we definitely need to revisit it and look at all the needs. As we downsize and we take a campus out of the circulation, I think we can certainly, that's something we need to do. The maintenance staff had done all they could do with the mowing. We were just in a position where, we could do this to help them out, but, I'd like to see us be able to take that back off of them. But we'll see how things go and our financial circumstances.
And for the central air unit, kind of what I'm looking at doing, we had a little additional money in there for grounds maintenance type projects, but it wasn't a full $8,500. So my intent was to watch that budget over the next couple of months and see how our other projects do. If they come in under budget and we have extra money, we can use that towards that HVAC difference. But if it looks like all of our projects are coming in at what was estimated, we may need to go back and allocate some fund balance from the capital fund. But the capital fund actually has a decent fund balance. So, if you had to allocate a couple $1,000s for an HVAC unit, it wouldn't be horrific. But I think basically just kind of watching it, because we have several other projects in that fund budget right now, and see kind of how the year plays out. And then if we need to do an allocation, we can do that at any point. Any questions? Good.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, moving on to governance. Who's got A?
I can speak to
Okay.
it. If we have any questions, Ms. Alexander, I'm sure can supplement. But this is a group that's wanting to partner with the primary school. And I think they would do so in support. It speaks to mentoring in there. And obviously, if we do that, they would go through background checks and do the whole volunteer process. But it's a group that reached out and wanted to make donations and to include time and resources. And so we're thankful for that, for them. And this is really, don't think it would need any board action, but we wanted to bring it to you and let you know that this group's going to be working in our schools. So that's part A. And I can roll on into part B if you'd like. The next part there in governance, section B, is the need-based public school capital fund grant application for 25-26. You can see that has been uploaded into the into Assembly for a few days now. We found out last Monday, the 18th, that the application window for this new grant opened on that day. So we've known for about a week, and so it's taken a week to prepare, get that application together, working with Miyuki Keller, our architect, with SFLA, really has done a nice job. Henry and I have really been working on this and getting it together. It is not very different than what we have asked you to approve last year, what we took to the commissioners last year. It's around $34 million is what we would ultimately ask for in that grant. We can ask up to $42 million, And again, this is to add on to the primary school, put a wing on the primary school, expand the dining area at the primary school, and ultimately demolish Fred Anderson and put ball fields there to service our middle grades. That's the whole vision. It does require a 5% match from the county. That's going to come to around $1.7 million, which is a lot of money, and I understand the commissioner's reluctance. But the reality is we've got two schools that would benefit from this grant that have some pretty significant repair needs right now. Fred Anderson needs a new roof. Fred Anderson needs new HVAC units. Fred Anderson needs a new solution for a sewage system that has caused problems for years. That alone, and Henry what we wanted to do to try to explain to our commissioners the situation we're finding ourselves in, to have those pipes descaled and lined, not replaced, is $680,000. That's the quote we got. Henry got it this past week. To put a new roof on is around $2 million, in excess of $2 million. The mechanical system at the primary school is in desperate need of replacement, as Ms. Alexander can attest. The estimate on that's around $3 million. And so if the county has to spend $1.7 million to take care of all of that, that seems like the path of least resistance to me. So I'm hoping we'll be able to convince our commissioners to sign off on that. This is not to get a shiny new thing. This is to really to sustain Pamlico County schools for the next 50 years. I mean, it's really that important. And so it's the most economically responsible thing to do. And so what I would say, if you all want to, if you have any questions we can answer, be happy to do that. If y'all want to consider approving this tonight, that would be great. The deadline for this grant submission is October 3rd. And so we have to, if you all approve it, the next step will be taking it to the commissioners, and we'll want to do that as soon as possible because they meet next week, and then they meet on the 15th. So they have 2 meetings left before this application is actually due. So anyway, any questions?
So I'm just going to add, so when I got the email from Jeremy Monday, I immediately sent an email and said, this needs to be prepared and ready to go out to the board before the meeting, so everybody's got the chance to review it, because we really need to approve it tonight. To be able to give us the time. I mean, we're already having conversations with county commissioners, county manager, starting to lay that groundwork, but it gives them a little over a month for them to discuss, and then also gives us a chance to, with these quotes that we're getting for Anderson and the primary school, it's either we build something new or we keep spending a lot of money putting Band-Aids on old stuff. So I've read through the whole thing. I have no issues with it whatsoever. I think everything in there is a lot of it is from as it was before. Some things have been updated, but it's a very good, well-drafted grant application. And I think we'll have some letters of support that we're going to be putting with that when we do go to the Department of Public Instruction. So any questions? Do you have a question?
Me?
Yeah, I thought-
No, I'm all in. We need
Okay.
this.
It is truly the most financially responsible thing to do is to apply for the grant. Just because we apply doesn't mean we're going to get it. I mean, that's a reality too. A big hurdle is getting the commissioners to sign on, but when you think about the alternative, it's going to cost more to fix things and stay in the building we're in than it will be to get this grant. So I appreciate your support with this.
Yeah. If you go to the exhibits and look at the insert and like what the final plan will be when all this is done, it's going to be nice. It'll be what we need for the next 50 years. So, any questions? Comments?
Sewer has been a problem for a while,
Oh, it's been, yeah.
a bad problem.
It has, and it's, I was talking today, it's almost like you don't know when the problem's gonna arise. You know, we have had literally, our maintenance staff have done all they can with it, and we spent some repair and renovation money last year trying to fix it. And we start to see just that they ran a camera in there, it's deteriorating. It needs to be replaced, refreshed or something. But at $600,000, that's a lot of money to put into a building that has so many other needs. If we have to, we have to.
If there's no questions, do I have a motion to approve? Motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, raise your right hand. Outstanding. This is exactly what we needed tonight. So that's going to turn us loose to start getting things ready and prepared for the county. So I thank all of you for your, as Mr. Garrison said earlier, your vision to look ahead and look past. Don't focus on what we have. Let's look past that on what we're going to do. So outstanding. Thank y'all. All right, moving on to, I think policy revisions, and there's Dr. Patrick waiting for me.
Good evening, board members. I am before you tonight to ask you for the second read and for adoption of policies 8,000, 8,100, and 8110. Are there any questions related to those policies?
So again, this second reading, we had first reading last month. Everybody's had a chance to review. If there's no questions, I entertain a motion to approve as presented.
Motion.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor, raise your right hand, and motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
All right, Mr. Gibbs.
I move that the Pamlico County Board of Education enter into closed session to consider confidential student matters as provided in North Carolina General Statutes 143-318.11A1 and the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act 20 U.S.C. 1232G and GS 115C-402. Confidential personnel matters are provided in North Carolina General Statute 143-318.1A1, 5 and 6, and 115C-319, and to consult with the Board of Education attorney in order to preserve the attorney-client privilege as provided in General Statute 143-318.11A3.
Have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion second. All in favor, raise your right hand. All right, we'll be going into closed session 6:47. Thank y'all. All right, we're back in open session. Got a few things we need to do before we leave. I need a motion to approve personnel action as presented.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor, raise your right hand. Need a motion to approve out-of-district students as presented.
Motion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor, raise your right hand. I need a motion to approve scenario 2 of the salary study for bookkeepers and data managers.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Everybody knows when our next meetings are. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor, right hand. We are adjourned.
I will be sending you information